How China became a global superpower today. China is not only global superpower, it's also one of the worst dictatorship in the world where millions of Uyghur Muslims are locked up in the concentration camps in East Turkistan. Now, if you just think about China 30, 40 years ago, it was one of the poorest country in the world. Today, China is empowered, claiming global leadership as well as oppressing millions of Uyghur Muslims in East Turkestan while keeping everybody silent around the world. Now, if you look at how China was empowered, you're going to see it's based on the Chinese economy. If you dive into Chinese economy, you will see that Chinese economy is heavily dependent on Chinese export and manufacturing. China is superpower today because of made in China. We all buy made in China. It's almost impossible in certain countries that you want to buy something that is not made in China. Now, did you know that millions of Uyghurs are subjected to slavery, making made in China products for free? Have you ever thought about that? Now, how can your local economy compete with the Chinese economy when in Bangladesh, Indonesia, Malaysia, all these Muslim countries, you have to pay someone to manufacture anything, while China can enslave millions of Uyghurs to produce products for free? One of the highest costs for production is human labor. That was the key for China to remain its global leadership on manufacturing, because simply no other countries can compete with slavery. As a Uyghur Muslim, I want to ask you to stop buying Chinese product. But do I have made in China products in my house? I would be absolutely hypocrite if I said, no, I don't have any made in China products in my house. If as a Uyghur Muslim, even I cannot stop buying Chinese product at all, how are we supposed to fight and stop made in China? This made me reflect. How would Islam handle this situation? And I see there were slaveries were mentioned in Qur'an as well. When the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ became our prophet 1400 years ago, the global economy was heavily dependent on slaveries. Slaveries were normal. It was just like everybody in their house, there was slavery. If there was a farm, there was slavery. Anything manufactured, there was lots of slaveries going on around the world. Now, did Quran says stop the slavery today? No, Quran didn't say that. Quran promoted freeing slaves. If you break your oath, said in Quran, free a slave. If you seek for Allah's pleasure, free a slave. If you accidentally kill someone, free a slave. If you want to commit good deed, just free a slaves. And this continued for maybe 1,000 years. And everybody did their best to free the slaves. And over time, gradually, millions, maybe billions of slaves were freed based on this Quranic methodology. Now, I understand it is very hard to resist made in China because it's almost impossible to find something that is not made in China. So I see two extreme conditions here. One, making our life absolutely difficult to look for everything that is not made in China, which is impossible. And once it's impossible, and they're like, what can I do? It's impossible. Therefore, okay, let's keep buying made in Chinese. So we're squeezed between two extremes. We don't have to. Quran taught us this gradual methodology, freeing slaves as much as we can. Now, how do we save our Uyghur brothers and sisters? How we free Uyghur slaves in East Turkestan? It's pretty simple. One at a time. Are you buying t-shirt? Take a look. If there's made in Bangladesh, buy made in Bangladesh. Are you buying a pants? Take a look at the sticker. If it's made in Turkey, buy made in Turkey versus made in China. If we just repeat this process, simply checking the label, try to buy something is not made in China, over time, what is going to happen is this: Chinese economy will suffer. I want to remind you, every dollar goes to China, goes to Chinese Communist Party, and the Chinese Communist Party is using that money to oppress Uyghur Muslims and buy off international influence against the Uyghur Muslims and the spreading corruptions around the world. So we stop the problem from its root. We stop sending money to China. One t-shirt at a time, one pencil at a time, one umbrella at a time. We just have to follow the Quranic methodology to fight made in China. My brothers and sisters, I am Uyghur Muslim. I don't want you to fight China. I don't want you to declare war against China. I don't want war. However, we can all fight made in China. That is the most effective way to stop the oppression in East Turkistan. Not fighting China, but fight made in China. Salam alaikum. Please share. Take care.